How do you envision community, and how faith walking is helpful for that?
Well, I think in Dallas, we've seen some of the Houston materials morph over time. So in the early days, there was the emphasis upon starting a missional community somewhere along the process. And to be honest, we've never implemented 301 in Dallas. So the way we're kind of thinking about it now is that we believe that we've got a breathe in, breathe out kind of flow of life. And so a lot of 201 and 101 would be the breathe in of like, how can I grow in awareness of what's stirring inside of me? How can I, lessen shame and feel my belovedness and be at peace with myself? But it seems like dialogue is one of those turns where we begin to offer those kind of things out to other people. And so that would be the breathe out. And so for us, like where community comes in is like, we've been talking about housing for a number of years. And so my wife used to say, Joel, you want this, but you would resist this. And I think like this was even before we had the language of faith walking. So if my vow is I will do it alone, how could I live in community with other people? But now that I'm opening myself to a new way, saying, no, I need other people in my life. And it, the hope of this world changing is to see, to have places where this kind of community is working. Like it hit me recently that we want to see our inner city schools change. And so my work partner, Deborah, has a 19-year-old young woman that's been living with her for the past 2.5 years. And this young woman's mom has struggled with drug addiction, has multiple kids, all this. And so just for this one girl that's living with Deborah, like to see her life change. She's living in community now for 2.5 years and making great strides. But man, all the stuff we learn about faith walking of this girl gets stirred up and she's ready to quit her job. You know what I mean? And how can we change schools apart from giving people that, that kind of intensive community? You know what I mean? And that's like, you've seen that in the middle. Yeah. And somehow I knew some of these things before faith walking, but like we called our church for the mentally ill, the Well Community. And like we had a community center that was open 5 days a week. So we weren't just a Sunday worshiping church, but because the folks were disabled and didn't have to work, we could hang out 5 days a week. And so we were discipling in the everyday and creating a culture. And like we had an 8-year stretch with not a fist fight. You know what I mean? And you go to the public clinic with people, low-income people, seriously, and chronically mentally ill, and we were creating a new spirit. And a lot of my friends were changed through having that type of community. They're still disabled, they still struggle, but I saw that by giving them just a safe place to come, they can be changed. And so I'm looking forward that I want a house like that just more and more that my life is not disintegrated and go home at the end of the day, but just living in the mix to that. Because it's been good for me. It's just like I now see that I want to be a part of that because it's the best for me, for my daughter in this season.